Spurs losing 2-1 at home to Newcastle, currently now sitting in a relegation battle. As I record this, West Ham are actually winning. So Spurs are sitting 3 points above the relegation battle on the 10th of February. Flat out unacceptable and pathetic. I'm sitting here watching this game, and look, to be honest, I've checked out. I have. All the while that maybe other managers haven't had great success, but the football was great. At least you can kind of put your hat on that and go, yeah, but at least I'm enjoying some of the matches. There's not 1 minute of any of these games that I'm enjoying. I'm sitting there. I'm in a group chat with other Spurs YouTubers. I'm just trying to find the humour, because if you don't laugh, you'll just cry. The football is genuinely Sunday league quality. Opposition teams, regardless of quality, are coming there, looking at it, going, "We'll beat them. They're crap. They're crap at home. We'll beat them." I mean, you think what? We've got 4 points from the possible last 24. We're sitting, what now, 16th or 17th in the league. And yet these owners, we're right behind Thomas Frank. You are absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. You're right behind a guy who's got a win rate of less than 30%. I turn 30 in a few weeks. I'm going to be older than our win percentage. Just deep it. He's absolutely pathetic. And, Thomas Frank will come out and sit there and say, no, I think we played well at certain parts of the game. And look, Thomas Frank's probably a really nice guy. Thomas Frank's the kind of guy that, you probably wouldn't mind hanging out with. But he's not good enough to manage Tottenham. I'm sorry, he's not. Brentford got better without him. Brentford got better without him and Mbeumo. So, what are we really doing? We're spinning our wheels right now. We're hoping for a miracle. Okay, yes, we're missing players. Absolutely, I will defend him for that, because actually, the missing of the players isn't a Frank thing. It wasn't. It was never an Ange thing. Obviously, I know people that dislike Ange always blame Ange for it, but it wasn't, because other managers have had injury issues. But you've got higher ups who sit there and go, January's a really difficult time of things. So difficult. It's not like you had September, October, November, December, and January to do the signings. You had 5 months and you got 2. Johan Lang talking about, hey, the summer's going to be big. Shut up. Just shut up. You're an idiot. Paratici's an idiot. Vinay is an absolute moron. He loves, I'm gonna bring the supporters closer to the team. By what? By what? You're doing nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing. If it wasn't the fact that Spurs had gone through, I think, automatically in the Champions League, Frank could be out of a job. But we're sitting here 10th of February. We're not going to win the Champions League, okay? We're not in any cups, and we're in a relegation battle. So book it as a team that's sitting there 16th at the moment. We've got a bit of a gap now until our next game. Be brave. Show some cojones. Show that you've got a set. Sack the guy. Sack him. Get him gone. Bring in an interim if you want. I know there's an idea that, Poch. I don't care. It could be Poch. It could be AVB if he wanted to stop being the Porto president. It could be Redknapp out of the retirement sector. Hell, it could be your goldfish. It could be your mate. It could be your hamster, your dog, whoever. I don't care. As long as they can just get this thing just stable, because Frank has screwed this. He's absolutely screwed the pooch on this one. Talk about the game. Enough of a rant. I've been on for 4 minutes. Talk about the game. The irony, I messaged at halftime in that group chat, and I said, the irony is, there's 3 players that actually want the ball. 1 is Xavi Simons. 2 is a less than remotely fit striker in Dominic Solanke. And 3 is a guy that Thomas Frank doesn't like, and that's Matisse Tell. The rest of them don't want to get on the ball. The rest of them get the ball, pass it backwards, get the ball, pass it backwards, get the ball, pass it backwards. Oh, João Paulinho, I love everything about him. Yeah, he dives into challenges. It's like the guy does not pass the ball forwards, guys. He's not going to be a link-up player for your midfield. I said it when we first signed him. For a few weeks, he was good, and I looked like a fool. Yeah, I don't look like as much of a fool right now. Pape, form-wise, fallen off a cliff. I mean, we're playing Basuma. He was frozen out at the start of the year. Shows how bad we've gotten that we have to bring back a frozen-out player. Gallagher's got a lot of energy. Fair play to him on that front. Doesn't link up the play very well. Just, not great. Defensively, we're all over the shop, aren't we? We're all over the shop. Spence doesn't look 100%. Mickey looks royally pissed off. I'm sorry, he looks so annoyed to be playing this crap football. Dragic, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because look, he's got the ACL injury. You need to give him a bit of time to head up some form. But what we saw before it wasn't great. I also give him the benefit of doubt that he's playing next to Archie Gray, a centre mid, 18 years old, playing centre back when we had those issues. And Arch, he looked solid. He looked solid. So obviously he got the goal, but he did look solid. He wasn't spectacular. He's also not really a right back. He plays centre mid. And the one thing that's bugged me, I'm listening to commentators somehow still try and find a way to defend Frank. I mean, Glenn Hoddle was absolutely slaughtering Ange. And he's like, it's a tough job, He's trying. I'm like, Glenn, stop trying to make simple. Stop. You cannot play the card of slaughtering a manager who was struggling in the league and not slaughter the next guy. Like, come on. Don't pick a side and then change it. Pick a side, stay on that side. So I just saw West Ham's goal. They are still 1-0 up from the last time I looked. Souček scored. Obviously, Leeds got a draw away to Chelsea. They look better against Chelsea than we ever could at the moment. What an absolute crapshoot. He needs to be gone. February 11th, he needs to be gone. He needs to be gone after this game, to be honest, but he needs to be gone February 11th. I'm done. I'm bored. I'd much rather watch Sunday League football down the park. Better use of my time. Doesn't matter if it's been raining every single day of the year, every single day of the winter, sorry. Much more enjoyable than watching these idiots play. Much more enjoyable than watching that idiot coach the team. And look, I'm a much more positive person. You know the channel if you've been watching a lot. You know I'm a positive person. But Thomas Frank couldn't get his way out of a wet paper bag. And yet we're expecting him to deliver us success. I said when we first hired him, good luck to him. He's going to need it. He doesn't play the football that you want him to play. His win percentage is in the low 40s. And that includes time within other leagues where it's easier for him. As a Brentford manager, by the way. But he's supposed to deliver success. And I was told he'd deliver success. And I was told he's going to be great. He's going to be great. And I was told, no, these signings are the right signings, things like that. Conor Gallagher, Kolo Muani, all these players, they were not a Thomas Frank signing. These are signings that the club have wanted for years. They wanted Kolo Muani when we were selling Kane. They wanted Gallagher before he went to Atletico Madrid. These aren't Thomas Frank signings. Give over. These are Johan Lang and Enick signings. And he ain't got a clue what he's doing. Johan Lang, he's absolutely shocking. Enick haven't got a clue. They wouldn't even know to spell Enick even if it slapped him in the face. So look, all in all, pathetic, embarrassing, typical, not shocking. All in all, Thomas Frank Spurs for you. Let me know your thoughts down below on the game, the current state of the club, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Peace.